I think it's the perfect, next partnership with Netflix because I feel, the world of the club culture actually, how the film happened. We should start with Anuja isn't here. She wrote a really really amazing book. Sharda sitting right there got it, converted with Ghazal, and Supro into a beautiful script. And then Homi happened to read the script and say that it's not nice at all, like he does every time when he reads any film. And then maybe on second reading, the coin drops with him and he's saying it's not that bad. It's happened to most of the films that I've worked. So I think what's special about Murder Mubarak was Anuja's book, this tremendous cast, Netflix being the ultimate destination, and Homi Adajania, who's I think probably the best murder mystery teller. He's only done one, but I remember when, the end of Being Cyrus, nobody could predict. So I think, like this entire event's about who the murderer is, looking at all these wonderful actors. Now, I actually think it's Pankaj Tripathi, and he's just like confusing everybody. So I feel, there have been murder mysteries have been very, very successful on Netflix. There haven't been that many from India, so this marks its first. The film has a very, very eclectic pseudo world represented by these amazing actors, and Pankaj ji is like all our vision. He comes from the outside, and it's got haves versus have-nots. It's got right versus wrong, and it actually, there's not been a combination of a murder mystery and comedy together before, and I think that is the strength of this film. So hopefully, Ruchika, no pressure. Let's not mess this up.
But when I got the script and we had our characters in place, yes, most of them. Uh, and then some of them, I actually, in fact, Lolo was my big surprise because I just totally forgotten. That means I've known her since we've been like we were in school together. But and I remember suddenly when someone mentioned her name and I said, Shh, means I couldn't believe I had not thought about it. And she was absolutely sporting enough, came over and immediately agreed and just said, let's have a blast with it. That's it. And yeah, I mean, I have nothing else to say.
No, but how did you think
That's
of
where it
Leslie? No,
stops.
let me ask you. You didn't think of Vijay at all. He's sitting
Just
right
how
next
hard,
to you.
how hard is it to say that, yeah, I wanted these actors?
I did want most of them. No, I'll tell you very honestly, I was extremely excited to work with Pankaj. I love him. I love his work. And for me, I make films for probably all the wrong reasons. But one very important reason is to have a fantastic life experience and create a great memory of it. And my takeaway from that was, I mean, all of them, but really Pankaj for me he's a, better than an actor. He's just a gem of a human being. And for me, taking that home was, made me better for it. Yeah.
I think the pressure that you've put on us with the success of Chor and Mimi and even Dasvi, actually, when we decided that we're going to tell the story together, we knew it had to be star-studded. We needed to be an ambitious ensemble. And I think each one here, from Tiska, Sara, Karisma, Sanjay, Vijay, Pankaj, Sohail, and even Dimple ma'am, who's not here, I think each one brings such incredible energy and talent to the film that we at Netflix are just glad that we get to tell the most ambitious thriller story, the most ambitious whodunit, with a lot of Homi Adajania humor and madness. So we can't wait for the world to see this.
नमस्ते आप सबको, थैंक यू आप लोग आए. उम्मीद है आप लोगों को हमारा ट्रेलर अच्छा लगा होगा. और आई जस्ट फील ऑनेस्टली privileged and thankful and grateful for the opportunity to work with Homi sir in this film. I think that it's such a new kind of film. मैंने इस genre में काम नहीं किया है पहले और मुझे बहुत ज़्यादा मज़ा आया, पता है, काम करके. काफ़ी कुछ सीखने को मिला काम के बारे में, काम के अलावा भी, और इतने दिग्गज कलाकारों के साथ काम करके बस बहुत अच्छा लगा. तो आई थिंक ग्रैटिट्यूड is the answer to your question. And what's exciting about our film is मुझे लगता है that of course, in any typical whodunit, like you shouldn't be able to guess who the killer is, and that goes without saying. But उसके अलावा भी, the process of finding out who the killer is, the world that Homi sir invites you into, the world that Dinu sir is presenting to you, is just so wholesome, so funny, so interesting. It's such a new take कि मुझे लगता है इस दुनिया में बस सफ़र करना मज़ेदार होगा, उम्मीद तो यही है।
अच्छा है, ओटीटी ने दुनिया बड़ी कर दी है। अब कुछ हर अभिनेता के पास अच्छे मौके हैं, अच्छी कहानियां हैं, तो बढ़िया तालमेल है, बहुत अच्छा है। वो लूडो हो, गुंजन सक्सेना हो, और भी बहुत सारी चीजें हैं वहाँ पे, लोग काफी देखते हैं, पसंद करते हैं। ये भी करेंगे। मैं अभी ही बता देता हूँ कि इस साल की सबसे ज्यादा पसंद की जाने वाली फिल्म होने वाली है ये।
It was a little bit of a break from the bad guys that I've played. I would like to say that because although ये mystery है तो मैं पूरा reveal नहीं करूँगा. But आकाश डोगरा is a lawyer, pro bono case लड़ता है, free में वकालत करता है, और उसका कहीं दिल टूटा है कहीं, तो अभी इतना ही पता है। और ये दिल्ली का जो क्लब है, he has a kind of a love-hate relationship with this club, and he wants to run away from it. So this is what I can tell right now.
Well, good afternoon, everyone. Firstly, trailer कैसा लगा? Genuinely. Okay, great. I think that's what the entire cast wants to hear. So I think, yes, as you all know, I'm very selective about what I do. So when Homi called me, and Homi is an old dear friend of mine, we went to school together, we've grown up together, and of course he's such a fantastic, quirky guy and maker.
But he forgot about you.
Yeah. So when I heard the script, the first reaction was like, oh my God, I have to be a part of this fantastically unusual film. So yes, I think you'll get to see a very different me in Shehnaz Nurani, and lots to expect. And I hope you all really enjoy the film as much as the trailer. Of course, I have to add this absolutely stellar, fantastic cast. It was a pleasure to work with everyone, from Dino to Netflix to all these amazing actors. We had a blast and cherished memories, genuinely.
Exactly जैसे आप बोल रहे हो ऐसा ensemble cast है. So when I got this opportunity, when Homi called me and narrated a part of the script and everything, when I heard about the cast, it's very rare कि आपको एक फिल्म में मौका मिलता है कि करिश्मा के अलावा मैंने किसी और के साथ पहले काम नहीं किया था. So I got the opportunity to work with Sara, Tiska, Sohail, Pankaj ji, Vijay, Dimple, who was my childhood crush. जब बॉबी बन रही थी हम बहुत बहुत छोटे थे, राज अंकल के घर जाते थे तो लगता था कि इतनी खूबसूरत कौन है, और अभी भी वो इतनी खूबसूरत है. Unfortunately, she's not here. So that was something very, very, very exciting. And to be part of this ensemble cast, and especially to be directed by Homi, was absolutely wonderful. And like you said, you took the names of all the things what I've done for Netflix. मैं तो बोल रहा हूँ Netflix को बोलता रहता हूँ मुझे घर जमाई बना ले और घर पे ही रखे, काम करते रहूँगा मैं Netflix के लिए. नहीं, वो मेरे रोल का एक है, मैं जहाँ जाता हूँ वैसे मेरा दिल बहुत बड़ा है, रणवजे का दिल बहुत बड़ा, 20-20 रुपए लोगों को बांटता रहता है वो.
When I met Homi, he looked at me and he said, "Yeah, TC." So I said, "Have I met him before?" I'd never met him before. And he just gave me this big hug, and I was like, I'm losing my memory. I'm using the phone too much. You know, मेरे को याद नहीं आ रहा है मैं इनको कहाँ मिली हूँ. But that's what it was like. You know, he has this way of making everything seem like easy, breezy. He'll let you do your own thing, very improvisational. Roshni Batra, I've never done a comedy to this level. And for me, that was really joyous. सबने मेरे को बहुत दुखियारी माताओं के रोल में देखा है, और you know, तुझे सब है पता है ना माँ, etc., etc. But so to see and to be this person who could do these bizarre things. And the thing with Homi is he doesn't say, you as an actor आप अपना shot देते हैं and then you look at him कि everybody looks at the director बहुत उम्मीद से कि कैसा किया मैंने, how was I, and he'd say, yeah, I can't say the word for it, but he would just say, क्या तूने, and I would be like, You know, only Homi can say these things to you. It's hilarious. He's hilarious. And two other things to add to this. Two other things to add to this. I've been a fan of the work that Maddock has been doing. I got my eye on them. And they were just the most fantastic producers. So enabling, so comforting. They had our back. We were there for a long 3 or 4 schedules in Delhi when we were shooting. They made it so comfortable. Thank you for that. And I'm finally on Netflix. So, ta-dum!
जहाँ से मैं आता हूँ वहाँ की कहानी होगी और मेरे घर के बहुत पास था जहाँ पे हम लोग शूट कर रहे थे, तो उस एरिया में मैं बड़ा हूँ और ऐसे किरदार मैंने बहुत देखे हैं, तो थोड़ी आसानी हो जाती है, तो सही है।
थोड़ा अपने कैरेक्टर के बारे में हम बताएंगे प्लीज।
तो यश बत्रा नाम है, वो लोग उसको गलत समझते हैं, भोला सा आदमी है, कभी कभी ड्रग्स कर लेता है तो लोग गलत समझते हैं बेचारे को। कई बार ऐसा होता है सचिन, कई चीज़ें जैसी दिखती हैं वैसी होती नहीं, पर कई बार जैसी दिखती हैं वैसी होती हैं। ये जानने के लिए आपको फिल्म देखनी पड़ेगी।
आई थिंक टिपिकली जब आप एक हू डन इट थ्रिलर देखते हो उसमें बहुत सस्पेंस और थ्रिल एज द नेम सजेस्ट है, लेकिन ह्यूमर बहुत लिमिटेड हो जाता है। बट इस फिल्म में प्लॉट क्वर्की भी है, मर्की भी है, सो आई थिंक दैट राइट बैलेंस ऑफ अ लॉट ऑफ ह्यूमर। एंड जो ट्रेलर में अगर आपने देखा, स्टार्टिंग में कहा है कि अंग्रेज चले गए इन्हें छोड़ गए, तो अगर आप पंकज जी पे तब जूम करेंगे तो ये जब हम सब बातें कर रहे थे, ही वाज लाइक मैं कहाँ हूँ। एंड आई थिंक जस्ट द लेंस विथ विच यू नो Dinu and Homi have looked at this film as an outsider who enters this posh Delhi club, which makes it so aspirational, and yet with Pankaj Ji's character it makes it so rooted. तो कभी कभी आप इनके साथ हंस रहे हो, इन पर हंस रहे हो, मतलब 20 रुपए का टिप राजा जी दे सकते हैं ऐसी दुनिया में। But yeah, so I'm hoping the humor and just the way we've tried to reinvent this genre, I'm hoping that it sets a new sort of benchmark for storytelling of whodunits and Netflix in India. Thank you.
So, to be very honest, I think in OTT, things are much more realistic, much more prepared. Not that they aren't in films, but in OTT, you know, you have a lot more readings and a lot more time given. And then there are two ways, because some are long platform, which is like a series, which is very different, but this was a film. But the interesting thing for me in Murder Mubarak was that this character, she is, yes, an actress and maybe you know, a dream girl from suspense movies, but she's very real. She's very quirky and eccentric, but she's very human. And that's what I found really intriguing and different, because that was Homi's main thing, that yeah, she may be a bit OTT in her ways, but she is human. So I really liked, you know, that aspect from it. So you'll see a different me. I hope you enjoy it.
No, because I didn't have a choice. It was a fantastic marriage.
Hello.
It's been, for a while I've been wanting to have that red N on one of my pieces of work. And now I finally got it. Well, I unfortunately haven't seen that film. So I don't know if I'll be able to pull any references from that into this. What makes this film extremely unique is the fact that it's carved out of a book. So it's a piece of work that's already been written a while ago. And the script has been carved out of that. And I don't know about the film. I mean, I haven't seen the film you're talking about, but I'm not sure if any film has been done in a colonial gymkhana, which we have only a handful of in the country, where it's based. So that's the quirkiness is, it's actually, it's quite a caustic look at the elite, but a subsect of the elite who are in these colonial clubs, living with a colonial hangover, where the politics of the club is more important to them than the politics of the country, where they live for each other's validation, and it's a very bizarre world. I mean, it's the rich have never looked so poor.
Okay, so I can assure you, I can assure you, and we've known each other for a while. This film has been written as a book. You're more than welcome to get the book. Anuja will get one more copy sold, and you can read it. There's no similarity between any film. It's, I think, probably the most original murder mystery coming out of India. That's how original it is. You will not find a scene that's a copy from anywhere also. That I can assure you.
No, honestly, I think that both me and Bambi, Toadie, have been born in maybe a world of privilege. But I think the main difference is that I think Bambi's a bit oblivious of her privilege in a certain way. Like, she just expects it to be that way because she doesn't know any better. I think that I recognize the privilege that I come from. I also work with people, and I think I have a slightly more real upbringing to her. And as a result of which, I'm a little more maybe sensitive than she is. But I think she's also infinitely more stylish and glamorous than I am. And she's also a kleptomaniac, which you will find out. And I'm not, or at least I have to say I'm not. So those are the differences. But yeah, well, Sanjay sir thinks I steal all his food. But that aside, I think, yeah, that should hopefully answer your question.
To be very honest, I do selective work out of choice. I like doing that. I like to be comfortable and I like to sail at my own pace. So, and that's the genuine truth. I think I'm lucky and thankful that I'm in a position or situation where I can say yes or no. Firstly, that answers. Hopefully, I will do more work, but depends on what I feel, genuinely. The other thing is, I don't know, I didn't play an actress in Dil To Pagal Hai. No, yeah. But yeah, here, see, for me today, I want to do interesting roles. Literally something which will make me leave home. You know, I've been lucky enough that I've played many unusual characters over the years. So I really need to be motivated and excited to go to a set. So yeah, that's the thing. And thank you so much. I think Dil To Pagal Hai was ahead of its times. And I'm so glad the audience still enjoys that movie. It's a special one for me. Thank you. Well, honestly, I think for us, behind the camera, watching our director and his performance was the best thing for me. Genuinely, like she said, just watching Homi and his swag.
सेट से ज़्यादा मज़ा आता था रात को पैकअप के बाद होमी के कमरे में। ओह, मतलब बोलते थे कि हम यादें बना रहे थे और साथ में फिल्म बन रही थी। डिम्पल मैम अपनी कुछ ज्वेलरी खरीद के लाती थी पुरानी दिल्ली से। याद क्या पहनूंगी होमी, ये देखिए लाई हूँ।
The funniest was because it was an ensemble. कुछ ये जो मौजूद है यहाँ पर धुरंधर लोग, इनके अलावा डिम्पल मैम और भी कुछ 7-8 इम्पोर्टेंट की कैरेक्टर्स हैं इस फिल्म में, तो बहुत बड़ी कास्ट है और उनमें से सबको मॉनिटर देखना होता था। जैसी कट बोले सब पहुंच गए, मॉनिटर के पास में सांस लेने की जगह नहीं होती थी। होमी यूज्ड टू सिट ऐसे बाल अपने खींच के, get out guys, no actor should come near the monitor. So this was something that he had to really, like, he had to have his guard on all the time.
I definitely think that...
Mike, please.
Who? Lolo ma'am. No, I definitely think that the गर्दी problem was a big problem क्योंकि होटल में भी ये problem हो गई थी क्योंकि एक बार जब मुझे पता चला कि दिल्ली में avocado toast बहुत अच्छा मिल रहा है तो मैंने सारे avocado शायद खा लिए तो संजय सर को मिला नहीं था So I think the rush was a real problem on and off the set. Sorry, Sanjay sir.
No यार,
Today production will order you an avocado
पूरे
toast
दिल्ली
from
का
Bombay.
avocado सारा मक्के की रोटी, सरसों का साग और avocado अगर खत्म हो गया किचन में नहीं तो सारा के रूम में जाते थे, वहाँ पे सारे पड़े होते थे। और जो आप बात कर रहे हो आर्ट एक्टर्स की, वो जो हमारा एक पोस्टर है जो हम ऐसा देख रहे हैं वो मर्डर नहीं देख रहे हैं, हम एक्चुअली मॉनिटर देख रहे हैं।